Hey guys, I'm back with a mini project. These are the vases I will be transforming, and while they're beautiful, untouched, they were just kind of giving me modern farmhouse vibes, so I definitely wanted to get more black on there. But I have linked them down below if you're interested in purchasing them and doing this project, or just keeping them as is. I ended up getting two different vases. Here's the second one. They're from the same collection, and I just wanted to add a little variety so the vases weren't exactly the same on both sides of my fireplace. So these are the infamous Joshua vases from Pottery Barn. I will be going for this look right here. I will be duping a cross between the medium size and the small size, which I'll show you here. The medium is $80 and the small is $50. So this is the spray paint I'm going to be using. I already had it and I really like the texture. It's matte and it gives a little bit of texture, not a whole lot, but it'll do the job. So I'm in my garage just spray painting this. I don't know why I decided to lay it down like this. You'll see at the end that I don't do that with the second one, but this is what I did, and I spray painted one side and then I let it dry like half a day, and then I went back in on the other side and spray painted the other side. I kind of regret going so hard on the black, but I will not make that mistake for the next vase, as you'll see. I would recommend just taking it easy and leaving, little blotches of white to create more texture.
Paint the bottom first.
So for this one, as you can see, I came to my senses, had it upside down, and then that way I was able to do the whole vase in one sitting. As you can see, there's these lines on the bottom of the vase that I really don't care for. So I'm just going in towards the base and trying to spray paint it so you don't see those white creases. So my goal for this one is to get it black but blotchy. So I'm not going so hard with the paint on this one. I want to leave a little bit of like the gray blotchiness of the original color of the bottom of the vase. So I'm a little more light-handed here. And I think this one actually turned out better that way. So after the pot has dried, I grabbed some craft acrylic paint here. This is the color I'm using, gray. And then I just grabbed a regular sponge, and I just happened to have this little styrofoam container, so I poured it in there, and I'm just gonna be using that sponge with the paint, and the sponge is damp. So I actually originally purchased some spackle because I was going to put that on to create more texture. But after looking at the actual Joshua vase, if you look at it, it's really smooth. So I felt like that wouldn't have created, you know, the dupe that I was going for. So I've decided against the idea. I think using the sponge and the paint really gives the effect if you look at the vase on their site. I dipped one side of the sponge in the paint and then left the other side of the sponge kind of empty. So I'm basically just like going through and adding that paint and then going back around with the other side of the sponge and texturing it through. And it's really important that your sponge is damp but not too wet, because if it's too wet, then it's going to start becoming more watercolor like, and that's not going to give you the texture that you want. So I so happen to just have these materials on hand. This project truly just costed me $40 per vase, and so that's 50% off. I'm pretty happy with that. It's almost like 2 for 1 of the vases. The dimensions of this vase are pretty spot on to the dimensions of the medium sized. I also attempted using some of my sanding blocks, but it didn't give me the look that I was going for, so I let go of that idea. So this is where it's important that you have used a matte finish, because if you use any finish with a gloss, you're definitely not going to get that aged vase look. And as you can see, I'm going in and having inconsistent coloring all around, which is great. Inconsistent color equals dimension, and that's what we're going for. Kind of want an abstract, aged look. So before I went ahead and decided to do this project, I was actually looking to purchase one of the larger Joshua vases. I had been thinking about it for a really long time, but for some reason it just really hurts me to spend $100 on a vase. And so I kept holding off, and then finally I got to the point where like, well, maybe I should just buy it. And so I was about to buy it, and then I came across these online. I was like, oh, well, this should work. So I found these and got them, and I think they do work. I do wish they were a little bit bigger for the space that I'm putting them in, but I think they're gonna serve its purpose. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think at the end. If they look good, or if I should go ahead and get the bigger sized Joshua vase. Understand that acrylic paint isn't the best way to probably do this project. It's probably not the sturdiest and most durable paint, but no one's going to be touching these, so I'm completely fine with that. They're going to be sitting there, and it's still giving what it's supposed to give, so I think this worked out just fine. All right, I think it's looking aged. What do you think? So this one actually came out a little darker on the top part of the vase, probably because I was trying to hide those lines, and I didn't even completely hide them. But I mean, it's good enough. You see that one line right there, still there, yeah. But I do like how the bottom of it is more cloudy and has more of the white undertone. And so with this one, I'm patting it through, but I'm gonna try a little different technique. I'm going in and patting the paint, and then I'm just going back and swiping it through, and that's giving it a little bit of different look, but I'm fine with that. See, I'm just patting right here and then swiping. So I'm pretty much going throughout the vase and doing that, swiping and then patting to add texture. And I like how it turned out. It's different from the first one, but that's fine, because what two vintage inspired vases that you buy should look the same? They should not. So, and I think it really complements the ridges in the middle of the vase. So I really like this technique, and you could use this for both vases if you wanted to. And here we are with the finished product. I'm really happy with this. I feel like it's giving me Joshua vase vibes, just what I was going for. It's very imperfect, as you can see throughout the coloring, which is fine. But yeah, I really like it, and I feel like if you can get something from Pottery Barn 50% off by DIYing it at home, why not? Let me know what you guys think. I may try to change out the stems in my vases to create more height, but this is the look for now. And let me know what you think about the two different vases. I didn't want it to be too identical, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Everything is linked below. I also linked another vase if you aren't about the DIY life. It's an alternative vase that's already textured and everything, and it's only $20. So you can check out all the details down below. Thank you for watching.